Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and it all comes down to the next 12 days. I was actually doing a bit of reflecting, since I got into this space, 99% of what we watched in crypto social media has been stuff I never could get my mind around. All of the, I always felt like 99% of crypto was talking about something that didn't make any sense. But the only thing that always made sense to me was this company, Ripple, and this digital asset, XRP. So I've been fixated on this thing for 5 years in social media, looking into what's going on with the company and all the different things, and never could have imagined that it would turn into talking about an SEC case, but it did. But now we have 12 days. The Hinman emails come out in 12 days. I've told you, I make no bones about it. I think this thing's over. I don't know if, I do believe we're going to see the Hinman emails, but I believe that, my gut tells me that somehow the release of those things triggered something that ended this thing. And I don't know. We'll find out. But it's 12 days. The countdown is on. And I was reflecting. To me, this right here from Mr. Huber, and this is Michael, getting old, drawing a blank on the guy's name, but this video, he says the circumstances of the Ripple lawsuit in a nutshell. Watch this video and you'll see exactly what we've gone through. And I was there before all this stuff started, and so I was kind of reflecting on what would have happened if these people had not thrown up all these roadblocks to stop Ripple.
Off innovation, and particularly with regulation, sometimes incumbents will use regulation to block new entrants into the system. So you want to be very careful that you're not kind of locking in the power of the dinosaurs.
The SEC is tooled up now and very aware. Today it would shut down a sale structured like the EOS sale before it was able to turn on its first billboard in Times Square. So sorry about that.
But it's happening.
And if you mentioned Jamie Dimon, so let's bring it back to Jamie and JP Morgan. What do you think is going to be the thing that they will have to change the most or lose market share, and somebody else is going to do better, faster, serve their clients better than JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs?
You can just hear the bankers panicking right now.
But what
feel the panic in their voices.
What's the line
but here's
of business that is most
well. Here's what always happens. The first thing that happens is they try to go, oh, it's nothing, and they did that. I mean, that's with every new industry, every new technology comes along. The powers that be, the incumbents, the status quo, all say it's nothing. Don't ignore the man behind the curtain. This is nothing. And then all of a sudden it's too big to get in there. They're going, oh my God, I got to face this thing. And then they all line up and they wrap their arms together and they say, we're not letting this happen. And then it keeps going. And then they say, okay, well, let's sue them. Or let's go get the government.
There's another thing they do. They adopt the technology. I think.
No, that's at the end.
They will adopt this technology.
No, this is the last thing they do. No,
yeah, it's like
it's after. It's after the press planting. They plant the press stories. They put out lawsuits. They create as much of a fuss as possible. They try to get their government friends involved. And then they go, oh God, this thing's happening.
Well, I remember something that many of you may not remember, but there was a guy, he had the Hodor blog, and he was anonymous back in 2000, it was 2017, 18, 19, and he disappeared since. but he was one of the more respected people in social media around Ripple and XRP. And he said this one time, and I've always felt like if Ripple could ever get past all of this, that this is more in line with the way we would be thinking. At what price point will Ripple be worth $1 trillion? XRP price equals 17 USD. Just so you're mentally and emotionally prepared for it, the price won't stop at $17. It will keep going past this artificial construct that makes people uncomfortable. I think that right there is the reason you've seen everything that you've seen, is people going in motion to stop it. Check out what Elon Musk said. I don't know what this is from, but I saw this come across today.
This is a gift. It's an IOU worth $44 billion.
Thank you.
So,
well, it's, pretty soon 44 billion won't be worth that much anyway.
That's a good point. So,
okay, won't be worth that much anymore. Now, last night, the official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel did his first Twitter live show. He calls it Troomers Only, and he had Ray Fuentes on from Link2. Listen to what Ray Fuentes said.
We know where this case is going. It's just, like I said, it's a matter of time. And the fact that Ripple is available on our platform, I believe at an extreme discount in the grand scheme of things, that it's a no-brainer, man. I can't believe that we haven't been fully subscribed yet today. Right now, PolySign is fully subscribed on our platform. That means, we sold out, but thankfully we're bringing back another batch tomorrow. So be prepared for us to for a reload at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
So also from your personal experience, obviously, if Ripple were to IPO, they'd most likely have to wait till the case is over. Would you put a guess on how long after the case is over they might flip the switch to an IPO if they were to IPO?
Well, there would be a standardized, let's say, like a lockup period, which typically runs like 30 to 60 days. Don't quote me on that, but there's a lockup period to essentially maintain liquidity within the market, so there's no dumping and things like that, safeguards, if you want to say. And so I want to be conscious of that. Will there be a flip of the switch moment? Who knows, to be determined. But I'm getting text messages from very interesting people saying it's over, and so I just. I don't want to. I can't say anymore.
Oh, let's see. He said that, and I was sitting there thinking, have I ever texted Ray anything like that? I don't think I have. Here, let me pull up Ray. I don't think he got that text from me. No. No. I know Ray from Link2. In fact, one time I sat down with Ray, and I had at Apex, and I had a margarita and some cheese dip. And I don't remember what he was nervous about, but Ray was so nervous that day. He's a high energy guy. I had to help calm him down a little bit, and I could do that easily with my margarita and cheese dip. Friendly reminder. Citibank partnered with Swiss bank Medico back in June 2022 to employ Medico's bank-grade digital asset custody platform Harmonize. Fast forward to today, Medico is owned by Ripple. Love it. I'm not going to play this because I think there's some music in here, and I don't know if it's like copyright stuff. But this guy is talking about how you're going to be able to buy real estate in the UAE with XRP. And then we've got this, Ripple and Wales move 100 million XRP to Binance and Bitstamp. Now, this is very interesting here because I saw two things pop up with this. One is this one. Ripple aims to resolve SEC lawsuit by June, shaping crypto regulations. We're in June, folks. We're June 1 now. The next 12 days is going to be interesting. We've also got this. Charles Hoskinson came out. He was in one of those AMAs on YouTube. During a recent surprise AMA interview on YouTube, a viewer asked Hoskinson, Charles, do you think Ripple gets resolved soon? Case gets resolved soon. To which Mr. Hoskinson answered, yes, I do. I think it's probably next month. If you remember, Charles Hoskinson is the same guy who, back in, I believe, before December, he was saying, yeah, we're thinking that Ripple could be over and it could be catastrophic for the industry. Now, if it was catastrophic for the industry, that's one of two things. That's either a Ripple loss or it's a Ripple settlement that only applies to XRP, which could be catastrophic for the rest of the industry. That's what we're talking about. I believe that I believe there's a good chance that it is a settlement type scenario which ends up just applying to Ripple and XRP, but I could be wrong because I'm not an attorney. I am the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Charles Hoskinson thinks this thing is over in June. Brad Garlinghouse, I think, what he said, 4 to 5 weeks or something. That would be June 2, I believe. Some random article thinks it's June 2. Thanks.